the demise of Mohbad has rattled, shaken that foundation of lies. Yes, I'm talking about DNA now. What you're about to see will blow your mind. You're about to see Wunmi's sister. You're about to see Wunmi's sister. This thing is so deep. This is so deep. DNA is now a must. DNA is a must. DNA is a must. Men, they have woken up. All of them are secretly taking a swab. They are taking 2-3 swabs, 3 different laboratories to be sure that the child that their husband brought, their wife, brought to them belongs to them. Now, there are arguments about these things, but what you're about to see here will shock you. So, Wunmi's sister also is into this same thing. Why? How come people bring children from other men and place it on the lap of their husband? What is this thing about? Sometimes I wonder what is really going on in this world. It seems half of all the human beings on this earth belong to someone else. Why is this happening? I want you to pay attention to this video from the beginning of it till the end. You know what happened during this Mohbad thing, and we are still onto it. All of a sudden, we saw women. In fact, we call them Association of Women that are afraid of DNA. These are women who have joined forces together against DNA. They said, what is the big thing about DNA? Why should DNA be done? In as much as that man, I don't know if you are that type of man, loves the child. So why do you have to bother about DNA? Why do you have to bother about the child not being yours? Didn't you love that child? These are the words from the mouth of these people. Let us watch this video and we'll talk more.
Because other people want to manipulate DNA. Irony, mo mọ bí tí mo ti wá, mo dẹ̀ mọ nǹkan tí mo ṣe. No. Dáyé, a ní ẹgbà mi sẹ́. I don't think manipulate DNA. Bankole, no. Animal. You making me.
Someone yẹn jọ mí.
Mi ò gbé ọmọ wá láti anywhere. Mo mọ̀ pé mi ò gbé ọmọ wá láti anywhere.
DNA test of the parent is positive.
And he wants to manipulate DNA. Okay, please. Ẹ jẹ́ torí Ọlọ́run, mo ń ké gbàǹjarì síta. Ọkọ mi wọlé ìsìn, ó wá fún mi ní result yìí. Wípé kọ́ ọmọ mi tí mo bí fún òun àkọ́bí kò kí ń ṣe òun ni mo bí fún. Wípé DNA test sọ wípé positive ni. And I'm making this video. Mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn bá mi dá sí. Mo fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn bá mi gbọ́. Mo fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn bá mi gbọ́.
Gbogbo tó sọ kò sí òtítọ́ kan mẹ́. Tó bá dọ̀ kókò jẹ lójú, jẹ́ ká lọ síbi tó ti ṣe test yìí. Then you can even go to another hospital.
Good. We are going to conduct another DNA test. Ó dá mi lójú.
Wo àwọn ọmọ tó kù yẹn, àwọn méjèèjì yẹn, àwọn ọmọ tèmi gangan ni.
Bankole má fi lọ kú lọ bí. Jọ́pọ̀ yẹn má fi lọ kú lọ bí. Mi ò sọ pé
tí fúra, mo fúra, má wọrí, ọ̀rọ̀ sì ń bọ̀.
Mo appreciate. All right.
I will expose it.
It's okay. But I want to tell you that I have no secrets. Mi ò ní any skeleton in my cupboard. I do not have any skeleton in my cupboard.
You are wayward.
I am not.
You are wayward.
I am not.
I'm telling you, you are wayward.
And you know it.
You are wayward.
And you have pronounced it before. Or to start me with that, I am one of the best women on this planet Earth.
Mi ló ṣe record mi. Èmi àwa cast yẹ. Phone mi Samsung yẹ. Àṣírí ẹ wà níbẹ̀. Mi ìdẹ̀ níjẹ́ phone yẹn mo mọ̀ mi kó nílé torí mo mọ̀ pé September yẹn màá tú àṣírí ẹ fáwọn èèyàn.
Èmi ò láṣìírí kankan ní anyway. I prove it to you.
I'm telling you.
That Damilola is your son. Mi ò dẹ̀ gbé oyún wá láti anywhere. That's number 2. Number 3 ni wípé kò sí nǹkan náà tó fẹ́ sọ fún mi. Mi ò ní skeleton nínú cupboard mi. Mi ò ní skeleton nínú cupboard mi. I start saying obìnrin. Inú obìnrin ṣáà wọ́n lọ sí jáde.
I spent a lot of money.
As much as you have done that, I appreciate you.
Yes. You appreciate me.
I appreciate you.
Ọlọ́run ti ẹ̀ ṣe tí ò jẹ́ pé nínú mẹ́ta ẹyọ kan ni òṣèlú tèmi bẹ̀.
Àní wọ́n ti manipulate.
Wọ́n manipulate. We go to Nigeria.
Okay, Bankole.
Kò lè bọ́ sí gbangba sí kó sọ pé owó. Ibi èlò ni owó díẹ̀ ni 200,000. fúnra mi mo lè kó fún. Torí àwọn ọmọ tí Mohbad sọ pé tán bá pa wọn lè pa gbogbo ẹbí òun, àwọn ẹbí yẹn wà lẹ́yìn mi. Tí bá sọ pé ẹjọ́ o nǹkan báyìí mo fẹ́ ṣe o, ìṣẹ́jú mọ̀nà máa fi fún mi. Tẹ́nìkan bá lè kó sùsùn kó gbé odidi mọ́tò fún mi, èèlò ni owó DNA. Ọkàn ń wá àtàmọ̀ àti tó bá ń tàn mí mi gbọ́dọ̀ tanra mi. Ìyẹn mo sọ pé ó lè mú ibi tó wù ú, kémi mú ibi tó wù mí, tó bá ti bára wọn mu àti ṣẹ́gun tá à ń sọ, but láìsí mi ń bẹ̀, láìsí pé mo sọ pé báyìí kò sí èyí tí wọ́n ṣe tó ṣiṣẹ́, torí mo jẹ́ aṣojú fún àwọn ẹbí tó kù láti sọ fún mi pé a ti rí di òtítọ́ ọmọ wa ni o. Simple máa ṣe, tí ò bá wá ṣe ó lágbára ju ìjọba lọ nìyẹn. So tó bá yẹ pé ó lágbára ju ìjọba lọ ó lè má ṣe, ṣùgbọ́n tó bá yẹ pé agbára kan ìjọba kan ló ń darí wa, ó pọn dandan mo gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀, and lábẹ́ òfin gan right ọmọ yẹn gbọ́dọ̀ mọ bàbá ẹ̀ náà, ṣọmọ mi ni ṣọmọ ọmọ mi ni. Ìbéèrè mi ò béèrè pé ìbéèrè méjì mo béèrè báyìí, kí ló pa ọmọ yìí, mo fẹ́ mọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ Liam bóyá ọmọ tèmi ni, èmi kọ́ mo sọ ń Liam o, Victor mo fẹ́ sọ o, wọ́n yí mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́ ibi tí ara fúnra yẹn ti ń dé nìyẹn. Ìmẹ̀ tó sọ o, orúkọ tán gbé wá jìnnàjìnnà nìyẹn, wọ́n ní orúkọ ti tán lẹ̀ nígbà tí mo fẹ́ sọ lórúkọ. Victor mo fẹ́ sọ ọmọ mi, wọ́n ní orúkọ ti tán lẹ̀, jẹ́ sọ lórúkọ Christian ni wọ́n ní ti ń jẹ́ ìmọ́lẹ̀ light. Mi pé mi ò fi dé ìgbóyìnbó púpọ̀, wọ́n máa ti pé light ìmọ́lẹ̀ ó wà nínú Bíbélì náà, mo ṣe yí mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́ nìyẹn. Àǹfààní ó ní since when I decide not to give them placenta since then ni abi so ta ló gbé placenta fún lóòótọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ mi ó pè mí ibi ọmọ yẹn o àdúgbò yìí ni wọ́n bí ọmọ yẹn sísà ní gíǹtì bí máa gbé bí ọmọ bọ̀ o torí island tẹ́yìn gbé gbogbo bẹ̀ náà ti tiles kò síbi tán lè gbé kàn ń rí bí ọmọ sí. Ó dẹ̀ pé ọmọ mi ó lóun bọ̀ láàrin 15 minutes wọ́n dáadé wọ́n ti gba wọ́n ti ṣe wẹ́ nígbà tẹ́mi ò mọ nǹkan tó ń fi ń ṣe torí mo ti gbàgbé ẹ̀ but nígbà tó wá tẹnu ìyàwó jáde nítorí pé wọ́n gbé placenta sílẹ̀ mo béèrè fún placenta yìí wọ́n gbé fún mi that means ẹni tó ní ọmọ náà lọ gbé placenta yẹn fún ṣètìbí tí ìfúnra ti ń bọ̀ àṣé ẹni tó lọ mọ ẹ lọ gbé placenta fún.
As you can see, DNA is the next line of action. That is the thing that is reigning now. Men are beginning to wise up. Yeah, if you look at comment here and there are certain people who are of the opinion, which I believe many of them are just talking because they are not wearing the shoe. They say, if you requested for DNA and you finally find out that that child is not yours, how are you going to stop loving that child? It means you never loved that child before. I really do not understand how people think and how they process things. When you begin to accept things that are not natural, things that are abnormal as normal, then there is something wrong with you. If you decide to adopt a child, you have that knowledge of what you are about to do. But are you going to keep a child that is not yours? Even medically, things could go wrong. Some people have gone into shock when they needed to probably give their child a particular organ of theirs. And they got the rude shock of their life that child is not theirs. What about that? What about that? What kind of rubbish is this? So I'm seeing comments that are supportive of this thing, hanging it on if you say you do not want to be the father of this child anymore, it means you never loved that child. You were just faking it. Like, seriously? Like, I don't get it. How come people break apart? Marriages break apart. Divorces happen. Why did you break? You should not stop loving the woman because you loved her before, or the man, so you can keep on. That man that nearly want to take your life. the man that broke bottles on your head, or the woman that tried to stab you. You should keep loving her. Why did you break from that marriage? It means you never loved the person. Those kind of expression does not make sense. We're not talking about the love of the child here. We are talking about doing the right thing. Where did you get this child from? There might be more complex things. We've seen cases where a man a man's life was snuffed out because of a man trying to get access to a child, and the other man is saying, no, as long as I pay the bride price of this woman, the child that comes from her belongs to me, and all of that trash. And they just erase him out like, I want my child. Conflicts. We've seen things go upside down. All because a woman somewhere did what she did, brought a child that is not the man's own. Now, let us look at a situation where a man cannot have a child, and the woman wants to protect the interest of this man. I mean, make him feel like a man. She goes out there, gets a child, gets pregnant, and brings that child in and seal up the secret. There are times that these things happen too. Not like it's a good thing. It's not even good. You should let the man know, look, man, you've got problems. Let's see what we can do. But in certain cases, they feel it is cheaper and easier for her to just get pregnant from one, strange man out there, and that child begins to behave strangely. Only the woman knows where the children are from. These things happen. These things are all over the place. It's a complex thing. Look at what Mohbad's father is on to right now, saying this DNA is a must. Let us do the right thing. When you start embracing rubbish as a norm, then it becomes a culture and tradition. Before you know it, look at what's happening. We are having things, culture that are alien to us. Men, boys trying to dress and behave like women. Confusion. This world is turning upside down in a bad way. Confusion. Imagine you're on the street, a man is dressed like a woman, package himself in the night, trying to appear like a her, like a she, trying to lure you or confuse your children. Soon your children will be like, you know what, just like how people choose to play football, make music, just because that is a trend. Now this will be the trend. Your child will just wake up and say, now I identify as this, I identify as no gender. I'm neither a man or a woman. What are my pronouns? All of this trash, because I feel this is the same thing we are talking about here. Wunmi wanted to make this with our followers. They wanted to make it like a way of life. They wanted to make it like a way of life. A woman can get pregnant anywhere as long as you love the child. So what do you care about DNA? And even if you find out, what is it about? Are you going to stop taking care of that child? Yes, it could be a little bit complex, particularly if you find out late. Having invested in this child that is not yours. Imagine having invested in a child that is not yours. Not because you cannot take care of other people's children. Invest in other people's children. But at least you want to know. Not that you are spending money on a lie that one person is aware of, and you keep on and on about it. It is not good. It is not good. Women are doing this. That's why men are secretly going behind to get DNA done now. Ever since this Mohbad thing bursted on social media, men are beginning to secretly, in fact, men are saving money for DNA rather than birthday parties of their children. Do it secretly. You don't need to tell the woman. Do it secretly. Do it secretly. You don't need to tell the woman. You don't need to, unless the results now comes out. Imagine you have 4 children. You go to get DNA done. 3 of those kids are not yours. Only 1 is yours. What will you do about that? Let's talk about this thing. Drop your comments.